Welcome to building Java desktop applications. And before we start down the road of building our application, let's take a look at what our application will look like when it's complete. So when it's complete, we'll expect to be able to have a file with an executable extension on it. You'll notice there's a small icon associated with this application. And if we just double click on the application like so, it starts to load up, and there we go. Here's our application up and running. And as you can see from our application, we've got a graphical user interface with which to display things. There's a menu bar running along the top here. There's an icon in the main application window there which matches the icon you can see for the program. And the icon is based on this image you can see here, which is just a placeholder to show that there's no information there. And on the menu bar we've got a help about, which just brings up some information about the application. And under edit we can edit the fleet name, and it's currently blank, so we can call it test fleet and apply that. And under the file option, we've got the option to create a new fleet, open an existing one, save this fleet if we'd made any changes to it and it had already been saved, save this fleet as a specific file name, or exit the application. And then down here we've got some buttons to add, edit and delete details about our ships, and the delete and the edit options are currently grayed out because there's no ship selected. But what we can do now is we can add a ship by pressing add, and we can give our ship a name. Because I can remember this one, we'll call this one Benbow. It was part of the Admiral class of battleships of the Royal Navy, so we'll put Britain in here. And then you have to specify, or you can specify things about its armour, its flood protection, its stability when sailing, and the protection afforded by gunfire. And you can put a short description about the ship in here. So one of the ships named after famous admirals, and then you get to pick a silhouette of the ship. So we will got a sample image here, drops it in there, press OK, and we can see it's turned up there. And we can edit this ship. So if we we'll just put a full stop on the end there and change that to 6. Okay. The other thing we can do is add, and I can just not put any information and press that, and we've got some validation on some of the fields here. It says the name field must be between 1 and 100 characters. Class field must be between 1 and 100 characters. So we'd need to give it a name. I'm just going to give it a name, class, type. There we are. We think we're done. Press the button. No, we've got to do the country field, so we'll just do country as well. Now press that, and that's the bare minimum we need. And you can see we've got 2 different classes, Benbow and the name, and we can group by type, which then turns it into battleship and type. And view, we can go back and group by class. and we can say we decide we don't want that one anymore. It pops up a dialog box saying, are you wishing to delete the ship called name? Yes, we are. So we're back to just our Admiral one, and then we can save it. I'll save it in there as test fleet. And you can see that over here it's produced a file called testfleet.xml, which is our file here. And finally, we can exit the application. I'll just show you a fleet that I put together earlier, so we'll use the open now. I'll open up this Royal Navy one, and they're all ships that we've added that are part of the Admiral class. You've got the Howe, the Collingwood, the Anson, the Benbow, the Camperdown, and the Rodney. So there you are. That's an example of the application that we're going to build right now, and many of the things I showed you just now we'll be covering in the various sections as we go through. So there we go. We've seen the application we're intending to build as part of building Java desktop applications.